Hello everybody, this is Andy, and welcome back to Gregtech New Horizons. I know it has been quite a long bit of time. Hopefully you saw the update video that I put out probably a couple of days ago, and yeah, we're gonna get back into it. I haven't done much in this world at all in the last 40-50 days since I uploaded, but I did gather some circuits and stuff. I made up some more materials just so we can kind of push forward and not have a, boring rebuilding episode, kind of like I was sort of expecting to have next time. I can't quite remember where we left off. I need to check on some of my systems, like my oil over there, make sure I have enough in there. Did I ever turn this thing on? Yes, but it has problems. Screws are loose. That means screwdriver. Let me grab a screwdriver from in here, fix this thing, right? No. The maintenance hatch, right? Maintenance hatch? Maintenance hatch? Where's my maintenance hatch? Anyways, we have things. Wait, genuinely, where's my maintenance hatch? Oh, it's right here. Here you go. And are you fine? Perfect. Okay, so we're at 91% here, and everything appears to be going well. Anyways, I have a couple of general to-do things, and those two things are the vacuum freezer and Canthal coils. I believe Canthal coils have to come first, because we need... No, the vacuum freezer has to come before Canthal coils because Canthal has to be cooled in the vacuum freezer. Okay, so vacuum freezer first. This requires some of these, which will now have to be made in the circuit assembling machine, or in here in an HV circuit assembling machine, which I think I already made. So let me see if I can gather up the materials to make this. It really shouldn't be that hard at all. Yeah, I'm going to do that really quick. Actually, have we made these EV circuits together yet? If not, I'm going to go ahead and show you how the clean room works, and we will make some circuits. Never mind, my mistake. We need the MV assembling machine first because we can't make the HV assembling or circuit assembly. Oh no. Pain. One second. I made another assembling machine. I need a circuit assembling machine. This advanced circuit assembling machine. What is different? It requires one of these and HV tier circuits. Well, I guess I'll be back when I've made that. Alright, I went ahead and made the advanced circuit assembling machine. We're also going to need a glass lens to cut the next type of thing that we're going to need, which is the central processing unit wafers right here. I thought I had more wafers. They might be somewhere around here, but I think I'm going to cut some CPU wafers just so we can make some integrated processors eventually, because right now we're stuck on these integrated logic circuits, which they're not that hard to make. They're just not super fancy, and then these will only allow me to get to the advanced circuits using this stuff. Okay, so in goes the glass lens, in goes the wafers, just like that. And does this require a higher tier advanced precision laser engraver? It might be an HV one, which is unfortunate. Never mind, it doesn't require the next tier up, it just requires that it be in a clean room. So I need to move these guys all up. Can I just do this? Yes, I can just do that. Perfect. Let me move this stuff into the clean room, and I'll be right back. Okay, and here we go. There's the advanced precision laser engraver. Here is the advanced circuit assembling machine, and we have an MV transformer over here transforming this HV power, because that's what I'm sending into here right now, into MV power so we can use it. They're all connected up and things are functioning. We're actually just about to get our very first central processing unit, which is part of a quest. I think I might also need to bring the cutting machine into here in order to cut this. Let me check really quickly. It does need a clean room, which is perfectly fine. It just means I'm going to have to manually bring the lubricant over to here, which sucks, but will be alright. This is my cutting machine. I guess you are going into there. Okay, and here we go. It's a little bit of a mess, but the cutting machine is shoved back here and a lubricant is right here, so I can just kind of put things into here and they will get cut over time. We have basically infinite lubricant, which is perfect, which means we should have no issues in the very near future, even just if I have to bring it over here by hand. Anyways, so this should be all of the central processing unit stuffs. We can almost just about, actually, we can almost definitely do microprocessors now, which you get 2 per recipe. They're a great LV circuit. We'll only be able to use them in some use cases because these guys will not get used for higher tiers. They are the final, or I think they can be used in higher tiers, but very specifically in like kind of crappy versions that can't be upgraded super far. But we'll use a ton of these in I believe like this kind of stuff, right? Yeah, the logistics pipe stuff. Now that we have this clean room set up, we actually have some progress goals that have just opened up for us. I would like to make some more machines, the advanced cutting machine, the advanced bending machine. This is for a side goal, which is food. If you have an HV bending machine, you can make tin cans, which you can make canned, tin can. Can I type? Apparently not. You can make filled tin cans, which completely disregard the spice of life stuff, which obviously is a very, very good thing. And I'm going to do that probably first. Then I want to make the advanced assembling machine, which is just HV, tier stuff. Then we want to make the advanced circuit assembling machine, which will require us to go up this line right here. We don't have to make any microprocessors. Those are standalone, just, a very nice recipe to have pinned. These are now MV circuits that can be made directly, which is super, super great. They're still not like cheap, but they can be made directly, which is super cool. We turn those into these bad boys, the processor assemblies, and those can be turned into EV workstations. Another side goal that we have to go accomplish is we have to go into the Nether and find blue, not blue alloy. We have to find electrotene. That's what we're looking for, electrotene. The electrotene, if you don't know, turns into blue alloy and is used in the EV workstation circuits. So I'll probably sleep first and then go run into the Nether and try and find a vein. I think I might have found one already, but all of my things got reset, so I might have to go looking once again. Okay, I'm gonna be extremely honest. I recorded the last clip for this video 3 months ago. I don't remember what it said. I'm not gonna go check, I'm just gonna let it be funny to you that I said a bunch of stuff and then I didn't go do it, even though I do know what we are supposed to be doing at this point. I believe I'm supposed to go get some electrotene, so I'm gonna go try and find a vein of electrotene in the Nether, but I don't remember. I don't know. All I know is I'm doing electrotene. I'm going to try and get a workstation circuit. In the meantime, I did do a bunch of like crafting and stuff. I crafted up a couple of stacks of each like tier. So we have a bunch of MV, a bunch of LV, a bunch of HV sort of stuff. Very expensive, but I've had 3 months to prepare for this video, just kind of casually playing here and there. So, yeah. And then I'm gonna make a vacuum freezer. Then we're going to automate like TNT, get some Canthal coils, all that kind of stuff. Maybe get 2 logistics pipes, because that sounds kind of nice. A unified inventory at this point in the game sounds kind of sick, and then we can hook up a bunch of diamond chests to it or something. So anyways, I'm going to go mine, and I'll be back in a little bit. And I forgot how laggy this pack was, just like in general. Kind of sucks, but whatever. Okay, I found myself a little bit of electrotene. I just kind of looked for the small piles and then dug down, because this stuff is pretty rare. I realized I got quite lucky on my last playthrough. Anyways, a combustion generator right there. Good miner. Just right there. We will make this thing output to the side, might as well. And diamond chest. Put in 64 mining pipes. And my 64 cells of diesel go into here. Hopefully this thing will start running and begin harvesting everything. Okay, perfect. And we get auto item output. And okay, perfect. I chunk loaded the adjacent, or the 3x3 area that this chunk should contain, and if we come back here in, say, half an hour, we should have a bunch of various things, including electrotine. Okay, so it's been a whole another month, but I am cutting up that electrotine now. I've mined a bunch of it. It's happening very, very slowly because this is an LV cutting machine, but that's, that's just kind of how she goes. Also, you may notice the screen looks a little bit different. I have a 4K monitor now, but in 1.7, there is no, like, super good control setting or video setting for the GUI scale. So it's either small, medium, or normal. Large, which is this, which still feels too small for recording. And then there is the auto, which is what I'm going to use. Anyways, let me, get back to some stuff, and then we'll craft a bunch of these MV circuits right here. I'm going to gather up for probably, let's do 2 stacks. Since we're going to need so many of these things, I'm actually doing mass crafting right now. I'm making a ton of these capacitors. I'm making a ton of these transistors, all that kind of stuff that we're probably going to need a bunch of at some point. So I'll make like 10 extra stacks now, so I don't have to do it later. But that does mean we are slightly, just a little bit slower on doing this, which means this is just going to take a lot longer. Anyways, yeah, everything's looking good. I'm just kind of, waiting for stuff now. I need to put these silicon plates in here and get all this fine tin wire into here as well eventually, so we can begin crafting the transistors as well as the capacitors. In the meantime, since the last recording, I both made this little thing in the left corner smaller because it was so obnoxious. I might try and make the bottom right corner one smaller as well because it's also so obnoxious. Actually, I'll do that right now. There we go. I'd say that's actually a lot better. Mine is set to number pad 0. If you want to try and change the Wayla, you can't change it in the mod options config. You need to come over to this thing, configure aspect, and then I just turned down the scale a little bit. I think 0.37 is pretty nice. You can also change where it is on your screen, but I don't particularly care. Bottom right corner seems fine with me. I know some people put it top middle, but that's just not really my thing. Anyways, as I was getting to, I made some more machines in the meantime. 4 new machines: the advanced chemical reactor, the advanced bending machine, the turbo centrifuge. This is used for, getting like trace minerals out of ores. It'll help us get gallium in much bigger ratios, even though we have quite a good bit, what word was I trying to say there? A good bit of realgar, and the advanced sifting machine too, which replaces my old sifting machine that I think I used to have at some point. Okay, perfect. They should all be set up to be semi-automated just like that, and everything should be looking pretty. We're getting close to finishing crafting. It's taking so long because this assembling machine is super low tier. I'm gonna go ahead and quickly craft up the HV one because I think that'll be better. I know it'll be better, so I'm gonna go do it. So apparently this is how much stuff you need in order to make 2 stacks of integrated processors. I am going to slowly transfer this all the way over with my doll. I think I have multiple dollies, don't I? Ooh, that's not what I wanted to do. Somewhere around here, but I'm gonna find them. I'll transfer it all over there, and then I'll bring you guys back so you can watch. Okay, we're in here, all slow and like. Clean room is running perfectly. Here is my advanced circuit assembling machine. I do need a hopper for this guy. Darn. Okay, hopper right there. Chest right there. Stuff should start getting sucked out, and I need to put 1 of each thing into it. Okay, so what's gone in there so far? Those things. Let's do this, and then we should begin making 2 stacks. Wait, something is missing still. This one? Yeah, that one. I do need to actually go melt up this soldering alloy. And there we go. All put in there and crafting. Okay, perfect. This all needs to go into here. It all fits. Perfect. And I can just wait and we'll begin getting these integrated good circuits. So that's a quest done right there. And then we can go back and start working on other stuff. It wants me to make small coils. I've already made small coils for something at some point, but then I guess we can make the HV processors. So let me go finish that quest really quickly, and I'll be right back. Okay, in the last couple of minutes, I've gathered up everything for the MV circuits, and I just got the 40th integrated processor crafting. We just have to wait for the other couple of stacks to finish up. I'm going to start running out of central processing units, get in there. And then I also gathered up everything except for the HV processors for 10 EV circuits. I believe we need 10 to 12 of these in the near future, so that's about as many as I'm going to get for now. I think, however, they are going to have a lot of use cases fairly soon. In the meantime, now that we have this super cool HV bending machine, I can make tin cans, which means that I still haven't used this thing, which means that I can make, filled tin cans, which means I never have to deal with spice of life ever again. Let me grab a circuit and then we can do that. Okay, here we go, tin cans made, and then we just need to fill them. Nice, and it fills multiple at a time, I guess. Yeah, it fills 4 at a time. That's kind of sick. I'll put those in there, and we will fill up 2 stacks and export them into here. And now we don't even need to carry this thing around anymore. I'll just put it in there, I guess, for the time being. We do need to upgrade this guy, because I do have stainless steel now. And then it's titanium. I'm gonna upgrade this guy in a second, but I don't think I finished what I was saying. I can just carry a stack or 2 of these around, eat them, like so, and it will fill up all of my stuff. It uses a bunch of tin cans, but it also fully fills your saturation, I think, every single time. Actually, never mind, I'm not gonna upgrade this, not because of the stainless steel, because of the bound leather. This stuff is just annoying to make, and I don't want to make leather. Ugh, it's like, I gotta go kill cows and stuff. Disgusting. Okay, it's been a few hours, I've been doing some stuff, and here we are at 7. Wait, this was supposed to make 10. What happened to my other... Where did my other circuits go? What? Oh no. This thing's only running at 90% efficiency. I need to... Oh, that means I just lost so much. Okay, that should do it. And hopefully it'll go back up to 100% efficiency now. Running perfectly, still at 91% efficiency. Okay, let me gather the stuff for 3 or 4. I think I'll do just 5 more EV circuits and craft those up really quickly. I don't have to do the first step because I made so many integrated processors. But yeah, I think I need about 12 to get through the next fair bit into space and stuff. So, see you in a moment. Okay, so it's been just a moment longer and I have crafted up the vacuum furnace as well as a couple more workstation chips, so we can make this stuff now. I made exactly as many frostproof machine casings as the quest required, so hopefully that's enough. In fact, it might actually just be a couple too many, but we can go ahead and place this down, say right here for now, and let me assemble this thing and I'll be right back, because I believe it just goes kind of like this. And this should be the final piece. I did have to go ahead and craft a maintenance hatch because I forgot all of these things need this as well, and I can go ahead and perform maintenance on this guy with all my tools in just a moment. I'll be right back. Actually, I entirely forgot the maintenance. I made a bunch of the tape for the maintenance hatches because I don't like using the, all the tools because it's super obnoxious. So we can hammer this bad boy with the soft mallet really quickly, and it will be enabled. And now we could put hot ingots into here. We don't have any hot ingots yet, but we can make some. I need to mix chrome, aluminum, and iron together in order to get Canthal. So I have a ton of aluminum, I have a ton of iron. Let me go ahead and create a ton of chrome dust. I believe this is made either with redstone, or it can also be made in some other ways, which I think I'll need to look at. Yes, here it is. Electrolyzing ruby turns into chrome and aluminum, which also helps, which is perfect. So let me see how much ruby I have. I'm pretty sure I have a bunch because I've mined at least a couple of redstone veins. It actually turns out I've processed my ruby quite a long time ago, so I have just enough to get through it. I'm going to make 45 times 3 Canthal dusts because that's just about the correct amount in order to make the 16 Canthal coil blocks. I need to make sure I have the mica insulated foils and as well as this. So I guess I'll do that and I'll see you guys very, very soon. Okay, so the painful process of mixing and smelting those ingots has begun. I haven't actually started smelting anything yet because I'm just going to get all the dust and transfer them at once. So now we can think about, pivoting on to something else because it's just going to take some time. Also, by the way, I had a ton of that mica insulated stuff. I made I don't know, like a stack and a half extra foil at some point when I was making my first things. I've saved myself a bunch of time, I think. So let's go ahead and look into TNT. I'm going to remove that and paste it here so we can process the steps. I already have sulfuric acid, so we don't need that. We just need gelid toluene. This comes from toluene or toluene, probably. Yeah, so let's see, where does toluene comes from? Comes from a distillery of heavy fuel, which, let's see if there's any better ones in here. That's not a terrible ratio. Severely steam cracked. I don't think I'm going to be steam cracking anything, ideally. 200 to 15. That's also not the worst. Let's think about this. Actually, I think in order to save us a tremendous amount of time, we're probably going to want to put off this TNT production just a little bit. We can get it going with the distillery. However, we probably want a distillation tower for a bunch of different things in order to give us a ton of different byproducts. There is apparently a spreadsheet of things that we should be distilling by around this time in the game, or like by the time you have access to it. So I'm gonna go take a look at that and let you guys know what I find. Also, by the way, the reason I came over here is because if we make the distilleries and do like oil cracking and that kind of stuff, we can make this process much more efficient and better. So we'll have to just revamp all of this all at once. So I think it'll be probably a good hefty chunk of thing that we can just devote like an entire quarter episode to. Okay, so for now, we're probably going to want to have a distillation tower for the actual oil itself that's coming in. We're also going to want an oil rig somewhere. If I can find a good oil source near here, that'd be fantastic. We're also going to want 2 more distillation towers for we're going to need 2 oil crackers for cracking heavy and light fuel, and then 2 more distillation towers to distill the cracked, like severely, moderately, lightly, whichever one seems best of each of those fuels, and then maybe 1 for naphtha later on, maybe 1 for refined fuel later on, all that kind of stuff. Right now, we should just need 3 distillation towers, which is going to be a lot of work and probably not going to happen this episode, so we'll come back next time, and when we're working on our space grind, we'll get that done. The rest of this episode, I want to sort of focus on getting to these logistics pipe stuff. They're kind of expensive, but I think there's nothing here that we can't craft. These robot arms, expensive, obnoxious, but we can make it because we have everything for this. These, expensive, kind of obnoxious to make, but I can craft it all. So let me get working on that, I suppose. Okay, tiny little baby bit of crafting later. We put these into here, and we make some unrouted transfer pipes. This is going to make, I think, about 2 stacks of them, and we probably want like 32 of these basic logistics pipes. What's the best recipe? It's this one, which uses fine silver wire, soldering alloy. Very, very doable. Diamond rods just need to be lathed. Okay, perfect. And here should be the recipe for... No, I missed something. Soldering alloy, of course. And here we go. Yep, okay, perfect. There we go. It is giving me 32 of those, and we can use these in order to set up our system. Basically, It's kind of weird. Oh, I made way too much fine silver wire. That is perfectly fine. We'll find a use for it. Basically, at corners, you have to have basic logistics pipes. And in order to connect to, like... Well, I guess I don't remember the rules exactly, but I know at corners, like at a... Whoop. That was a little bit of lag. Like at this, if you have an unrouted here, it won't go. But in order to use any of this stuff, we need to get power into it, and that will be done with a logistics power junction, which is not that bad. Next, I need something slightly weird and a little obnoxious. Blue steel. The recipe for it is black steel, steel dust, rose gold, and brass. Those are all pretty simple to make. I had all the components for them, I just had to craft them up in the mixer. In the meantime, we have now finished all of this Kanthal because I went away to practice for a little while and just kind of let the game run. And now we can test out our vacuum freezer right here. So it should be working fine. It says, yep, so it should just go into here. It will get sucked up and not go. What happened? Oh, is it not connected? It's not connected. Okay. If we connect it, it shouldn't eat that ingot, please. Did it eat the ingot? Hopefully, I really hope it didn't eat this ingot. Yup, it definitely ate that ingot. Okay, let me make one more. And out the other side, fairly quickly, we have Kanthal ingots coming. It is going to take a minute for these, 6 seconds per 6 or 10 per minute. It's going to take like 5 to 10 minutes for those all to cool off, but that's perfectly fine. I do need to gather the stuff for this logistics crafting table. Did I mention I made the power junction? It was super cheap. This is going to be more expensive. I have the HV circuits. This is kind of nested right here. This is kind of, it's kind of the worst. Okay, I went ahead and made just a full stack of these blank modules because they're fairly cheap and you get 4 each. And here is all of the stuff in order to make some of these item sync modules. Unless these have to be made... Nope. Soldering alloy. What am I missing? There's a chance I'm perhaps not the smartest man in the entire world. It is supposed to be in a circuit assembler. Okay, perfect. And these are going to take a moment, but then I can turn this into this with not too much more work. I gotta make the robot arms, kind of obnoxious. Have a bunch of HV circuits though. Have to make this crafting module, kind of obnoxious, but I only need one of them and I don't need to make any crafting modules for a very, very long time. Wait, crafting module Mark II. Mark III. Ooh, those can probably hold different crafting recipes than you can make that. I haven't played with logistics pipes in a very long time, but it would be fun to, like, get them going. Okay, a little tiny little baby bit later, here is everything for the good thing. I thought that was gonna happen. There's a conflicting recipe for the crafting logistics pipe, and I'm not sure what is causing it to craft because it's not going. Logistics crafting table. Oh, they look different? If you use the different thing? That's very odd. I don't understand why that would have happened. Okay, I went ahead and deleted that crafting pipe and just gave myself the components for it because obviously that was not my intentional craft. So let's see if switching out the project bench for the work table does the trick. And it does not. That's really odd. Here, let me see. One of these. Does it have to do with, like, order? No? I don't know if I can make this. Okay, since I'm pretty sure this is an impossible thing to craft, I'm just going to go ahead and shove all of this into here and give myself one of these. Perfect. Now we have almost all the components that we need in order to set up our logistics pipes system and connect a ton of chests together and have a unified inventory, but we need a couple more things. I don't remember what they are, so let me go ahead and look them up. We're gonna need, not upgrade cards, we have the item sync modules, I made those already. I just need pipes that can do things. Do I have to make item sync pipes in this version? I'm not sure. Okay, so a little bit of work later, I realized I had the wrong thing. The logistics crafting table is for auto crafting. We will need a bunch of these eventually, because they're expensive to make, but like, so was this thing. But for now, we'll stick with what we've got and just use this as a unified inventory. It took me a couple of minutes to figure out what was going on with this thing. Basically, it's a little bit complicated for a unified inventory, but it's still easier than applied logistics. So what we have is we have items in the network over here on the right side. I know it's cut off a little bit from this item subsets thing, but that's fine. And these are connected up to this drawer wall that I just went ahead and made the drawer controller, because that's something that will come in handy in storing large quantities of items very, very soon. So under here, I have my logistics pipe system connected up. We have it connected up to power. It will directly accept Gregtech power, and the power flows into here and is used whenever an operation is conducted by the network. This is the request table right here. You can also search with it and all that kind of cool stuff. I have it connected up here to a Mark II chassis, and I have an item sync module and a provider module. I think both of these are required. The item sync module is so items can go into this inventory, and the provider is so that it can be sent to things from that inventory. Ooh, probably need that. Yeah, so now what I can just do is go over to here, and anything that's connected to the network, I can say how many I want. I say I want 1 stack, 64, and I will request it, and it will come into here. I can also go ahead and set a recipe into here. Is there any recipes that I can set with just like, you know, a stack of something like this? Can this be made? No. But if I were to put my stone in here, you will see that it now appears in the network, and I can say what I need 4 of these to make. I need 4 of these, please, thank you, to make some stone bricks. That's not even the way you make stone bricks in this pack. To make, can't even make a pressure plate, button, no. Okay, this is all obnoxious. Okay, so I went ahead and added a bunch of my ingots to the wall here. So now they show up in the system here. I'm really suffering on a couple of these times, though I think I do have some more in the furnace system over there. So what I can do is I can say, hey, I want to make some steel plates by hand for some reason. Give me 6 steel ingots, and then I do this, and I put the hammer there, and I think, huh, okay, I've made 3 steel plates. That's not quite enough. Why don't you give me some more? So I can just say like this, and it'll come here. I can put the hammer back in. This is a weird one because it requires the hammer. And then if I want to sort it, I can place it in here, but there are no open inventory slots because these are all locked drawers. If I want to sort basically anything that I shove into this spot right here, I do need to connect some chests to the drawer. So let me basically empty out this chest really quickly, and then we can start connecting our chests to the system. Okay. Much crafting later, I have hooked up a couple of my chests, and here are all of the items that are in there so far. Basically just the 2 diamond ones so far, and they're over there. So I'm going to spend a bunch of time throwing my items into here, sorting them kind of nicely, and then making more provider modules and item sync modules to put chests connected to the system, as well as upgrading some of these chests. And you're going to see me next time. Hopefully you all enjoyed the video. If you did, maybe leave a like or something. I got a lot of chests to sort through. So yeah, it's going to be a little while. Have a fantastic day. Hopefully next week there will be another Gregtech New Horizons video. And I'll see you then. Take care. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.